Hey guys, it's Destiny, and today we are going to be discussing the best Saber teams. And before we begin today's video, I would love to know if you are personally pulling for Saber, and if you are also just excited for the Fate collab. And lastly, if you enjoy videos like these, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and now let's get straight into it. To start, I thought we could do a character overview of Saber's kit. Saber is a wind destruction character who revolves around her core resonance mechanic and being able to regenerate energy as well as deal massive damage with her ultimate. Starting with Saber's core resonance mechanic, core resonance is useful for increasing Saber's skill damage as well as assisting with regenerating energy when she consumes core resonance, which assists with Saber being able to use her ultimate more frequently. Saber will gain 1 point of core resonance when entering battle, and if you use her technique, she will gain 2 core resonance, which allows her to start at 3 core resonance. When it comes to Saber's attacks, Saber's basic attack will deal damage onto a single enemy. Saber's skill will deal damage onto an enemy and adjacents, as well as gain 3 points of core resonance. Additionally, if Saber currently possesses core resonance and mana burst, and her energy can be regenerated to full by using her skill and consuming core resonance, then Saber will immediately take action and fully regenerate the energy that she would need to be able to use her ultimate. You can obtain 3 points of core resonance for Saber each time an ally uses their ultimate as well, which not only grants Saber points of core resonance, but will also increase her damage dealt. As for Saber's ultimate, she will deal damage onto all enemies, and after using her ultimate, she will enhance her basic attack. Her enhanced basic attack will allow her to get 2 points of core resonance, deal damage onto all enemies, and allow her to obtain the mana burst effect. When it comes to knowing how close you are to being able to take advantage of Saber's action advance and being able to fill up her ultimate by consuming core resonance, there is a visual indicator that will give you an idea of how close she is to being able to use her ultimate. Of course, you could speed this up with allies giving her more energy to be able to use her ultimate more frequently as well. Additionally, one of Saber's traces, Blessing of the Lake, will allow her to accumulate a certain amount of excess energy as well. After using her ultimate, the excess amount is cleared and she will regenerate that corresponding amount of energy, which will assist with her being able to get closer to using her next ultimate. As for Saber's other trace, Crown of the Star, it will heavily increase her crit damage and further increase her crit damage for each point of core resonance gained up to a certain limit. And her other trace, Knight of the Dragon, will increase her crit rate, and when she consumes all core resonance and mana burst, she will also recover 1 skill point, and she'll be able to immediately take action as well. When it comes to Saber's kit, she'll benefit from allies who can assist with granting her more points of core resonance, as core resonance is a key mechanic of her kit. Saber will also be able to attack enemies frequently since she has ways to get her ultimate faster, she can advance herself forward, and so on. So now that we've gone over Saber's kit's overview, let's go over Saber team synergies. Starting off with one of Saber's best partners, it will be Sunday. Sunday is going to be able to provide Saber 100% action advance, which now results in Saber attacking more frequently as well as being able to generate even more core resonance for herself. Sunday is also going to provide Saber even more crit rate, which lowers the amount of crit rate you would need in your relics. Sunday will also provide her more crit damage, damage boosts, and then on top of that, Sunday's ultimate is going to regenerate a hefty amount of energy for Saber, which will be very useful for being able to not only get closer to using her ultimate, but also being able to get a nice amount of core resonance as well. Because of that, Sunday will be one of Saber's best partners when it comes to just further amplifying her damage potential, being able to advance her forward even further, which now results in her attacking even more frequently. The energy that he provides with his ultimate. A nice budget-friendly synergy can be Tingyun, as she will also be able to provide energy with her ultimate for Saber. She can also equip Dance Dance Dance, which will allow the team to get advanced forward, and this now results in the team being able to act more frequently. Tingyun is also able to provide a nice attack boost for Saber, which she can nicely take advantage of, and Tingyun will also be able to provide damage boost for Saber as well. So Tingyun is going to be a very nice budget-friendly option you can consider alongside Saber. We have Robin, which funnily enough, with Saber you can use the HSR team, which would be Huahua, Sunday, and then Robin. In the case of Robin, she's going to be able to provide nice damage boost for the team, and then when she uses her ultimate, she'll be able to advance the entire team forward, which now results in you being able to generate even more energy for Saber, as well as taking advantage of the 100% action advance to deal more damage onto enemies. Saber can also nicely take advantage of the huge attack boost that Robin provides when she does use her ultimate. So Robin's buffing capabilities, as well as her being able to advance forward the entire team, which now results in you being able to generate more energy for everyone on the team. Now, real quick, I did want to mention Huohuo in this scenario, since I did mention the HSR team. So Huohuo will be a very nice sustain to consider alongside Saber, primarily due to the fact that Huohuo will be able to provide additional energy with her ultimate, not only for Saber, but as well as for the rest of the team, which now results in everyone being able to use their ultimate more frequently, which results in more core flame generation here for Saber. So Huohuo is going to be a very nice sustain option to use alongside Saber, but is also going to be able to provide nice healing for the team, cleansing, and so on. The attack boost is also going to be useful for further amplifying Saber's damage potential. As for alternatives you can consider though, when it comes to a sustain slot, so if you were to use Hysilens, and let's say you did have Tribbie, you could end up doing Hysilens, Tribbie, Saber, and then another support on the team. Hysilens and Tribbie in general are a pretty powerful core. In the case of Gallagher, he'll be a nice option, especially if you have a Lycone on him that can assist with generating more energy for the team. For example, Quid Pro Quo could be a nice option for him, especially if you build him so that he's fast so he can have frequent turns. Is going to be able to trigger Quid Pro Quo pretty frequently. Speaking of Tribbie though, Tribbie is also going to be a powerful option to use alongside Saber. Tribbie is going to be able to provide the ult type Res Pen buff with her skill, which will nicely amplify Saber's damage potential. Also, Tribbie is going to be able to activate her zone from her ultimate, since enemies will receive more damage when Tribbie's zone is active. Tribbie can also nicely benefit from Saber getting frequent ultimates. Tribbie will be able to nicely utilize her follow-up attacks. Sunday is also going to be able to assist with getting more energy for Saber. And if you also have Huohuo hypothetically on this team, this now results in the team being able to just use their ultimates more frequently, which will benefit Saber as she'll be able to get more core resonance out of this. So Tribbie is going to be a nice amplifier for the team for furthering the damage potential, but also being able to take advantage of her follow-up attacks to deal her own damage. And then you can also equip Dance 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 on Tribbie if you would like to further advance the team as well when Tribbie uses her ultimate. So overall, Tribbie will be a pretty nice option. There is also Ruame. Ruame will be able to provide damage boost for the team, additional weakness breaking efficiency. She'll be able to provide the ult type Res Pen buff from her ultimate. Ruame can also be a consideration for an amplifier. Remembrance Trailblazer can be an option as well to provide Saber with mem support, which now will result in Saber being able to take advantage of true damage. Remembrance Trailblazer is also going to be able to advance her forward, which can result in Saber being able to attack more frequently. You can consider Pela for a budget-friendly option, since she'll be able to reduce all enemies' defenses, which can benefit Saber's damage potential. We also have Silverwolf. Silverwolf will be able to reduce all enemies' defenses with her ultimate as well. Plus, she can implant the wind weakness onto enemies, which can be useful for Saber being able to have an easier time breaking enemies. And Silverwolf's debuffing capabilities will be handy for further amplifying Saber's damage potential. Since Saber will be able to deal massive damage with her ultimate, you can actually consider a character like Jiao Cho as well. Since when Jiao Cho's zone is active, enemy targets will receive increased ultimate damage. So this can result in now Saber dealing even more damage with her ultimate onto enemies, which can result in Saber nicely utilizing the vulnerabilities that Jiao can inflict onto enemies. We also have Cypher. Cypher is going to be able to record the damage dealt onto enemies, which then she can utilize with her ultimate, and she can assist with dealing damage of her own this way alongside Saber. Cypher will also inflict a vulnerability debuff onto all enemies by just being on the battlefield. The damage received by all enemy targets will increase by 40%, so this can further amplify Saber's damage potential as well. And when it comes to supports you can use alongside Saber, there are definitely a couple of options you can go with. What I will say though is that for those that may not have Sunday, now while Sunday is definitely one of Saber's best partners, if you are mainly looking at a more budget-friendly team, so maybe you don't have many limited characters, I would highly recommend considering Ting Yoon for your team, as she is a 4-star you can nicely utilize, especially since she's going to be able to give Saber the extra energy, the attack boost, the damage boost. If you also wanted a character that could still provide action advance by 100%, and you don't have Sunday, you can also consider using Bronya. They'll be able to provide nice buffs for Saber as well, which Bronya is also a standard 5-star. As mentioned earlier, there's also Remembrance Trailblazer, which they are a free character. I would recommend looking at Tingyun, as I mentioned. You can consider Remembrance Trailblazer. If you have Bronya, it could be an option as well. I did mention Ruame earlier, which you can technically get her for free through the new shop that we got. I believe it was last patch. And if you have any of the more premium characters I mentioned earlier, for example, let's say Robin or Tribbie, you can of course utilize them still as well. I just want to point that out for those that may not have Sunday. I do still think Sunday is a very valuable Harmony character overall though, especially with the recent DPS characters we've been getting. Sunday has been able to be nicely utilized alongside Aglaya. He's really nice alongside Saber. He can nicely be utilized alongside Phainon and so on. But for those that may not have him, then these are some of the options you can consider. And I will be releasing more Saber content as well. I will likely be live streaming tomorrow to do Saber pulls, so do stay tuned for that. And I would also love to know if you are excited for Saber. What teams will you be using with her? And if you did enjoy this video, do make sure to subscribe. Leave a like to support the video, and I hope you all have a great one. Peace.